Okay, people, so I'm going to make a small video about reported speech. So number one for reported speech, it's mandatory for you to know verbs in past. So I'm going to review the most important verbs you need to learn for the exam. So let me share here the list. I will use green for the verbs that you need to learn for this exam. So, okay, the first one you need to pay close attention is the past of be, which is was and were. Okay, was for the singular and were for the plural. Okay, the other one that I'm going to evaluate for this exam is the past of choose, which is escoger, and the past is chose. Okay, so next one is did. Yeah, the past of do, hacer. Guys, if you don't know the verbs in the present, like here, you see do is hacer. If you don't know it, so you need to come and study this, the meaning, okay? The next one is ride. So the past of ride, which is subir o andar, for example, like in bicicleta. So the past of ride is rode. It will be evaluated in the exam as well. The past of drive is drove. Again, you need to study drove. Okay, the past of eat, ate. The past of fall, and the expression that you will learn is fall asleep, quedarse dormido. So the past is fell asleep. So you need to study like fell. Another one that I'm going to use for the exam is spend. So spend here, you see in the present is gastar. So spent is gaste. Okay. So next one that you need to learn for the exam is leave, salir o dejar, dejar un lugar, leave. So the past is left. So next one that you will have in the exam is felt. This is senti. So feel in present, felt in past. Also, you will have, I forgot this one, slept with A, P, and T, slept, which is the past of sleep, dormir. Okay, another one that you have is met. This is conocí, right? Personas, encontrar, conocí. And also fly, in the present is volar, in the past is flew. Okay, so go is study and flew because it's in the exam. So next one is grew. This is crecí. Okay, grew. Another one that you need to know is like new. This is conocí. Okay, and this conocí is for places. Okay, the past of go is went. The past of have is had. Another one that you will have is the past of give. Give is dar. See, give dar, and you need to know like gave, the. Okay. Also, you need to study the past of see. This is so. This is the past. The past of drink is drank with an A here, drank. Okay, the past of swim is swam. Okay, swam. Also, you need to study the past of sing is sang. Okay, so sang also you need to study. Okay, spoke also hablé, and like despertarse, like woke up also. And wear in present, vestirse, ponerse cosas en el cuerpo, wear, ropa. So the past is wore. Okay. Also, you need the past of buy. You see buy here. The past is but. Also, I need you to study the past of teach is taught. Okay, so it's T-A-U-G-H-T, taught. Also, I need you to study the past of take, which is took. Okay, those are the mandatory verbs for reported speech from present to past. Okay, I'm going to repeat them so you can pay closer attention, like was aware, chose, did, rode, drove, ate, fell asleep, slept, spent, left, felt, met, flew, grew, knew, went, had, gave, saw, drank, swam, sang, spoke, woke up, wore, bought, taught, and took. Okay, guys? So now my question is, why do you need to learn like those verbs in the past? Because for reported speech, for section number 1, in section number 1, you're going to have, for example, present to past. Imagine that you write like, here with drink. I drink, I'm going to write an example. I drink tea in the morning. Tea in the morning. In the morning. Okay. So, and when you're going to put it in reported speech, you're going to take the verb in the present, which is drink. Okay, this is in the present, you see. I drink tea in the morning. And you're going to write like this. So she said, okay, I'm going to write here. She said, or he said, she said that he or she, okay, we don't know that she, and important people. So the past of drink is drank. So she drank tea in the morning, okay? So you use like that one. Okay, for example, if you use wear, I wear uniform every day. I wear a uniform every day. So you can use, like she told me that she, important, you see here, where is past, that she wore a uniform every day. So every time, people, you're going to use the past, and that's why you need to go and learn those verbs in past that I gave you examples before. So imagine you say, I'm gonna use here like teach. My mom teaches, let's say she teaches math. Okay, my mom teaches math. So she said that her mom, important people, here you have teaches, it's in present. So you say, she said that her mom, the past of teach is taught in math. Okay, so capital letters here, and taught math. Now I'm going to write more examples so you can have like more options. Okay. And I'm going to create another one for you to have many, many examples. Okay, imagine that you're right. I'm going to use here negation. I don't, well, I'm gonna write, I don't drink coffee. Okay, or I don't eat pizza. Okay, so you have I don't eat pizza. So here is don't is in the present. So what is the negative? What is the past of don't? So like, for example, he said that the past of don't is in the past, didn't. And didn't is, past. So you only use didn't in the past. And you don't make changes here because it is next to the auxiliary. So didn't eat a pizza. Or imagine that I ask a question, does your mom, let me see, drive a car? Drive a car. Okay, so you see the question here, you need to pay attention to the verb. The verb is drive. So you say, well, he asked me, or he asked me if my mom, okay, important, what's the past of drive? Okay, the past is like, drove. If my mom drove a car, okay? And I'm gonna make another example. My mom or my dad doesn't um, wake up early. Wake up early. Okay. So here you have doesn't is in the present. So what's the negative of this in the past? Didn't. So he told me, or he told me that his dad uh, didn't wake up early. Wake up early. So you see here, didn't is the negation of doesn't. Okay, that's very important, people. So you always pay attention to the verbs in present, and then you use the verbs in past for reported speech. So this is rule number one. When you have sentences or questions in present, you use the past. Now, the second part that you have to pay attention is the second rule is present continuous to past continuous. For example, you say, I am studying. Okay, I'm studying English. Okay, you see, am is here, is in present. So when you are going to use it in report, you say was. He said, or she said that she was studying English. Okay, so here you use the verb in past. Now, imagine if I ask you, are your parents married? Okay, this is a normal question. Okay, are your parents working? See, working. Present continuous. Okay, so here you have are. So guys, if you have are, the past of are, let's see if you remember, is where. So you say, she asked me, or he asked me, if my parents, parents is plural, so are. So you would use where. Where working. Working. Okay, now what happens if you use they are not, they aren't working. Okay, say they aren't working. Okay, important. So here you have aren't is in the present. So what is the negation of this in past? So the negation is weren't. So he said that his parents weren't working. Okay, I'm going to write one more example for you to practice. So the next example here would be like this. She is taking a nap. Taking a nap is tomar una siesta. So she is taking a nap. So you say is the verb in present. So what's the past of is? The past is was. So she said, or he said that she was taking a nap. Okay. So people, just to finish with that section, The only thing that you need to make changes is changes to was, is changes to was, and are is changed to where. Okay, that's the only thing that you're going to change. And also the next rule number 3 is commands. So what do you do when you have commands? Okay, important. Commands are like orders, things people ask you to do. Okay, go to your room. Imagine, go to your room. So when you have commands, those are things that you have to obey. So you say, you know, my mom asked me, people, if you have positive, affirmative like here, you're going to use to in the verb. So my mom asked me to go to my room. Imagine I am your teacher. Well, I am your teacher, and I say, okay, guys, behave. Okay, that's a command. Behave means comportense. Okay, so you say, well, he asked me, or my teacher asked me to, and then you have to use the verb to behave. Okay, now what happens if you have negative? Like, don't leave the classroom. You know, leave is salir. Don't leave the classroom. Okay, that's my order for you, my command. Don't leave the classroom. So you say, my teacher asked me, and important, that negation you use not to in the verb. So not to, he would be leave the classroom. Okay. So guys, so far, this is video number 1. In video number 1, I was explaining 3 rules for reported speech. The first one was, when you have ideas in the present, you pay attention to the verb and you use the verbs in past. And rule number 2, if you have the present continuous, which is am, is, and are, the changes you're going to use is was and were. And commands, which are like a ordinance. So you need to use, like, for affirmative, you use to and verb, and for negative, you use not to and the verb. Okay, I'm going to make a second video with rules number 4, 5, and 6, which are the last 3 rules for the exam. Well, guys, I hope that this video was useful for you, and watch it as many times if you need. Okay.